deal. I'm going to get the link to Banter Hub and I'll drop that in the chat when I start talking. How's that?
I've got it. Yeah. You can drop it in the chat. Do that. Guys, welcome. Welcome to the live trading session. See, Emmanuel's here. Emmanuel's always here. Emmanuel, we love that you are here. Welcome. Richard, welcome. I can see some familiar faces, some new faces. Everybody, always good to have you here. Friday, end of the week. We got a big week coming next week with BTC, and the market's going to get interesting. I've opened a Discord screen share for you guys while you're coming in here. This is one of Simon's first trades that he posted in the Banter Discord. If you caught this short, you are sweet. Yeah. Simon, great opening trade. Hey, for the Banter. So guys,
we had two trades. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, there were two. Sorry, yeah, there were actually two.
There was two in there, Games for a Living and UNFI, the both of them.
Okay, so as you can see, guys, we only have the best for you here. It's the cream of the crop. Okay, we got Bruce, we got Dave, we got Simon. You got to get stuck into this Banter Discord. If you're not in there, get in there. Looking at daily. I missed this trade, but I know Bruce got the trade, and hopefully some of you others got it. So well done, Simon. Welcome, welcome to the world of posting signals and things.
Plenty more to come. Plenty more to come.
Okay, so he'll keep going. Bruce, how's Tomo? Because at one point my Tomo short was very green. From yesterday. I haven't looked in the last while, but it was doing very well.
She is being very what's the word? She's throwing a temper tantrum. So I'll do you want to go through other stuff first, or do you want to jump on that?
Yeah, well let's look at some BTC. We'll cover Tomo just now. I'm still in a rune long.
Okay.
I'm going to show you guys what's going on. The tile had an exclamation on the YouTube channel. The tile had a big exclamation saying layer one's breaking, and it was meant to be a question mark, not an exclamation. So if you panicked into the place, we're still okay. Let's deal with BTC first. Very interesting move. Well, you know, typical games that are getting played here. We had this nice, beautiful, tight range, and then they come and flush people out that way. Everyone jumps into the longs, and what do? They just send it straight back, and they come for us again. Just interesting to note, guys, the 382 came into play. I still want to see a visit of the 618 higher up here, and I'm still waiting for something down here. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't want to come visit us down here at some point. When, obviously, it's difficult to say, but I would expect by the middle of next week we've had a visit potentially both ways with this quadruple witching coming. We got CPI. It's like room for games all day long. Okay, so we just need to be aware of that. But as far as trading Bitcoin is concerned, I'm interested in longs from down here, and I'm interested in shorts pretty much over there. But we'll have to be in front of the screen when it's happening. We have to see how it's reacting, and then we'll make a decision. If we miss that opportunity, we just jump back straight into the alts, and we start trading the alts, which is my favorite pastime. Cool. So that's pretty much where we are. BTC. It did give the alts a nice little push, and you saw when BTC rejected here, we saw a lot of alts rejecting at resistance points. Those of you who have the Discord alarms, you would have got pinged, I think, on Phantom. You would have got pinged on Atom. You would have got pinged on maybe Fetch. There's a couple of others you would have got your alarms on, and that would have been the short signals. So we had a Phantom alarm, for example. You can see BTC pushed up, rejected, and it sent us back down. So you would have had your alarm there, and we've been saying in the Discord, just trade this range. You just trade this range until it breaks. Longs and shorts, and longs and shorts. Eventually, it's going to break. Which way? Again, we don't know, guys. They might just flush us both ways, just for fun. But there are trades available. As far as my trading stuff was going, I did quite nicely in Atom. It was small little moves for me. We got it 618 yesterday again, up to there. My entry was on this trend retest. So the second time we got rejected here, I actually exited Atom, so I'm no longer in Atom. But it's just, again, respecting the fib so nicely, which is what we want to see. And, you know, we try and stick to the coins that respect the fibs, and it makes life a lot simpler. Let's take a look at Rune. I entered Rune on a retest earlier. Okay, so here we are with Rune. This is the Rune 8 hour. And you can just see why I've done this. We had a trend retest on a 382. I pulled the 382 from this low to that high over there. And you can see it tied in really nicely here for me. Double trend, which is always a nice sign for me. So I had fib and I had two trends that were interesting. So that's why I'm in Rune, and I will stop out sort of below this 382. I won't stick around too long. I'm hoping for some kind of bullish move into the weekend. Maybe we get a run. Maybe we get a few percent on Rune, and then I'll jump out. Areas to watch, you can look at resistance zones here. You can see the top of that wick. I'm not sure if we'll get that high. Let's pull a fib here. Okay, so there's the first 382 rejection, and then you could maybe look at the 618 could come into play here as well. 1.7. So, but yeah, play it by ear. It's just a classic trend break retest. And then as far as layer ones are concerned, they're showing quite similar patterns here. AVAX is a classic example. We're getting close to decision time on things like AVAX, things like Sol. They are pushing into these trends, and they're starting to talk to us. They're sending little signals here. We are either going to break and we're going to push up to these highs, well, not highs, we're going to push up to these next areas up there that I'm looking for, or in the next couple of days, it looks like we're going to have trend pressure here, and these things are then going to reject down. So something to keep your eyes on. If we zoom in a little bit, let's use AVAX as an example. We can start looking at these channels, and I'm going to show you a beautiful channel on Lena just now as well that we've been tracking. So you can track this channel up on AVAX. And just play this little range that's going on here. Maybe you want to look at buying these lows here, and then see if we get that move up. And then if we lose this trend, you can see they're going to want to start testing things lower down. So just pull a trend, zoom in a little bit. If AVAX is for you, and you're going to have the same situation on something like Sol. Sol's doing exactly the same. Bruce, we've actually traded this one quite nicely as well. Bruce, are you still involved in Sol?
Nope. I got out at the end of the bump, and I'm waiting for it to reset.
Okay, so Sol, guys, it's not very exciting, but it can pay the bills if you let it. Yep. Just a little bit of up, down, up, down. You know, we've played around with Sol. I've stuck an alarm in for you guys down here on the Discord, 19.19. So if it drops down, you should get an alarm as a possible buy. And we've got an alarm up here, 20.2 for a trend break for you. So if it breaks the trend, it should ping you. And then you'll hopefully be alerted as to what's going on with Sol. And then once you hear that on Sol, you're going to know the rest of the market is either waking up or dumping, and it should fire up some of your other charts. So you'll see it on AVAX as well.
I got so excited last night when Sol broke, just peeked its head above that trend line for the first time in like my lifetime, it seems. I got really excited by that. So it's a hint of things to come.
Guys, one day we're going to be sitting here laughing because we're getting 15% moves in a day. I mean, right now we're getting excited about 2%. It's fine.
I've got one. I've got one.
This is good practice. What do you got?
I've got one for you. I've got one for you now. I've just stuck something on the chat. Just have a look at this. This is it's just uploading now. I apologize, guys, that I'm not by my Mac today. I am on a mobile, but obviously it doesn't matter where we are in the world. We can still make this work.
How do you know if someone has a Mac?
You look and see if
because they tell you.
No, you look at the cross. If the cross is on the left, it's a Mac. If the cross is on the right, it's a PC. But yeah,
they just tell you.
Hold on, I think the word is this.
Mate, Macs are the norm here. I don't know about you guys, but everyone's got one. But yeah, this is something that I stuck on the Discord this morning with an update. This is UNFI. I know that Bruce has also taken the trade.
I'm in it.
The the reason I just interrupted you is because this morning or yesterday when I called the short at the top of that drop, we got something like a 20% move down, which on a 5x is obviously 100% trade. Now it looks like it's preparing to make a reversal, guys. You know, we may well get this RSI completely reset. There is some bearish divergence which has now played out. I'm expecting to see a cross from the previous short, and then a long signal to appear. So, you know, if UNFI is one for you, there could be a 10 or 15% move here. And that's why I kind of interrupted you, Dylan. You know, this is it's not just a 2% move.
Well, I have this data on my trading view as well. So let me clear the chart.
Yeah,
what time frame are you watching?
So I'm currently sitting on the 1 hour.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to pull up hopefully what Simon has there in front of him. Oh, look at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Pull yourself
Cool.
up. Also, pull a fib from the last low, and you'll find it just bounced right off the 76. Exactly.
I did actually do some normal charting of this one, not just Lux Algo. I did the same with a fib.
Yeah. I'm long on this also.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay,
So
guys, this is our first brewing setup for the day. I think we need to dig deeper and do some basic TA here. Look for trends, look for horizontals and stuff. But this is a very good. It's a very good start. Okay, nice one, guys. Put that on your watch list. This could be a good one. Thanks, Simon.
Definitely. All right.
Back to the boring stuff. Injective. Same story. I've got an alarm for you for a trend break set on Discord, so you will be notified if it happens this weekend. I've also got an alarm for you for a 786 bounce lower down at 6.46, somewhere around there. So just be patient. You can see we've got a very tight range here. If you want to play the game, you can buy the deep moves into the bottom of the range, let it ride up, see what happens. Otherwise, just wait for the timing. Let it break trend. Let it pull back. Get the buy. Let it dump to the 786. We're going to get a nice move there, I think. So just, you know, it depends how itchy those fingers are to be in a position. ADA, 8 hour, very similar to Phantom, very similar to a lot. This very tight range. We just got to be patient. After these things happen, you get these big moves. So just be ready. Just be ready for it. It's not often you see a tight range like this. But there is money to be made if you want to play these. You want to play these areas. Same with DOT. Look at this. Sitting on the support. They're not dropping it. They're not sending it much higher. Same story. Little channel. I do have an alarm lower down here for you at DOT, 4.18. And then there's for a move higher, I was looking for a rejection. Can obviously still happen. Any big push here, I'd look for a rejection there as a possible move lower. Uni is playing the game. We're still waiting for this to play out. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to trade this little ascending triangle here until it breaks either way. This often turns out into a bullish sort of explosion. So let's see what happens there if we get that. First things first, it needs to hold this trend whenever it pulls back. So keep your eyes on that. I quite like Uni for a move when the market turns. Matic, nothing really to report here. Just another boring move onto support and another boring bounce for Matic. You can see a nice range forming here. So this is a nice play. If we get that move up, you're going to look for a short, guys. 5.7, 0.57, short country. And longs from the lows until proven otherwise. Maple, we spoke about on Sheldon's show today. I have no idea on the size of this market cap. I just know it's a DeFi situation. Craig had a narrative today with the real world assets and things like that. And this was one of the tokens we spoke about on our call this morning and then prepped it for Sheldon's show. You can see we got this massive trend from September 22 if somebody wants to jump onto coin market cap, they can look at the size of this project. But I thought it was interesting for you guys. 4.25 is a low to watch. This is the daily chart, so you could even put a stop under 4.45. If this thing starts moving, it could be okay. Let's look at potential sizes here. I mean, that's a 10% range, this little area here. So that could be something for you. The 200-day is a lot higher, 5.5. So something to play around with if you're interested. DYDX coming down, still waiting for this guy at the 618, first area. If it doesn't come to the 618 and tracks and starts breaking this trend, we can deal with it there. You could see this resistance area that would be a problem. Okay, so look out for that. At 2, and then pullbacks to 1.94 should give us some kind of reaction there. If not, if the wheels come off, we're looking at 1.78 as the next area. CAS flagging. I'm not trading this thing though. I refuse. I absolutely refuse. But look, it does whatever we say it's going to do, and then when I trade it, it doesn't do what I think it's going to do. But here it is again. In this flag, you can buy the supports and let the flag play out. I'm sure Simon's got a lot to say about CAS, but that's kind of what the bulls want to see. They want to buy these moves lower down.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything with CAS other than telling you a story about it. Yeah, I'm done trying to figure this one out.
Mate, I gave you that I gave you that picture this morning. It touched the 618 absolutely to the cent before going up again. I love CAS. Sorry, Dill.
Somebody must tell me. Somebody must text me and be like, "I'm taking this CAS trade," and then I'll just follow you blindly because that's the only way I can do it.
All right, no worries.
Okay, Render, nice little trend break, guys. Little sneaky move from Render. There was this little resistance zone to watch. Obviously, that's the problem. Okay, let's see where this pullback takes us. If you want to maybe reload, we got to find an area. I'll pull the fib from this low over here. Let's take a look. So there's a nice 618. Okay, so if you want to try Render, here's a little area that could be nice. There's a 618 here. There's a pullback zone. Okay, so you could get a little move down there. You could have a look. So Render 1.4, somewhere around there. If we get that pullback and things remain bullish, you're going to look for something like that. And then we're going to have a fight there again. Possible short zone. I do have an alarm higher up for you, 1.54. And IOTA, this thing, again, guys, there was a bit of news on this one. Hasn't done much yet. I'd still, if I wanted to be long IOTA, I'd probably wait for a push up and then a retest. So just be patient on this one. But it is fighting this area at the moment. But for me, I'd wait for that. Let's see what type of retest you get. I don't think there's a rush here. Yeah, and this is a big area too, the 200-day and the horizontal. So I think there's something there. Lena, here's this nice channel I was talking about. If you want to track channels and things, Lena's been slowly creeping up, very quietly. And yeah, it's done really nicely. So you can track that channel. You can see it's hitting resistance now. Okay, so just be careful of that area now. This is the short country. But there seems to be some activity here today. It's one of the better performers. If we hit this list, you can see Lena here at the bottom, 2.72% up for the day on the list that I have in front of me. So yeah, one of our best performers. Let's take a look at Banter Bubbles. See what else we got here. XTC. I see Lena's not even on our list yet today. Okay, this is the 1 hour Banter Bubbles. We're looking for anything that might be popping here. Not too much. Okay, so the best performance today, XDC. We must take a look at that when Bruce is done. We'll have a look at XDC, and then I see Perp is down today, I think. Let's take a look at Perp quickly. That was a hot one yesterday. Not too bad. Flagging.
That's on my list of targets because it's got a good trend, horizontal level,
wow.
and big and flag.
We spoke about this one. We spoke about this flag break here, and these were resistance zones. Jeez.
Doing it again.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah. So, guys, there's another flag forming here. You can watch. Okay, keep an eye on that flag. So you see what happened here. We had the break, retest, almost a double bottom there, or whatever. But yeah, and look how it rode these resistance zones. Okay, and old resistance became support, back up. Okay, so let's track this flag again, see what you get. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I've got. Bruce, anything exciting on your side?
Well, some stuff's developing. I'll start off with sharing first, if you want.
Yeah, please.
Share screen. So yeah, it's funny you mentioned Perp because I've been watching that also. Also got a trend line there. It's coming to the apex. So as it gets closer into this area, I'll start watching it pretty closely because I'm looking for things that actually move, right? So on that move that we caught from here, right? That was a that was a 50% move. I don't see stuff like that anymore. So even if it moves a fraction of that, that would still be lovely. So I'll start watching it when it comes to the apex of that channel horizontal level. This is on the 1 hour. Unfi, which is the one that I wanted because so I didn't get to show it, but got a solid trend line. Broke up. This is a trade that I took yesterday. It was so good, but literally is at the 786 intersection of horizontal support and the trend line all in one spot. So I actually just took a small long on this stuff to start building position because if it even goes part way back up to there, that would be a lovely little trade. So I'm keeping an eye on that one. Another one that's on my list right now is SNX. Again, a decent mover, coming back down after a decent pump, coming back down to retest support level over here, which is, again, science, because there is a 618. So I'm going to let this one probably come a little bit deeper, all the way down to 618 right over here. Let it consolidate for a little bit, and that should be hopefully a decent entry for a long. Not convinced on it yet, but it's starting to look like it could be something worth following. Another one that I'm watching, again, you'll notice they're all very similar in structure. LPT, which is another one, moved well the other day, is clearly in a range. So you basically, I missed this entrance right over there, but I'm kind of hoping it's going to come back and do another little test down here before coming back up. Just simple range play. You long the bottom, short the top, and it'll work until it breaks up or down in one direction or the other.
Yeah.
But you can rinse and repeat this over and over and over again. Sometimes, you never know when it's going to stop working, but if you get 2 or 3 positive trades, like, and then you get stopped out after the 3rd or 4th time, you're definitely net positive. But I'm going to keep an eye on this one. Really good support right here. So I'd love it to see if it can get into that level one more time when I'm actually awake and grab that for a long. And we're looking about, something in the 15% range, which is worthwhile. The other one that's kind of on my list,
and I like that unfi, that UN5, Bruce.
Yeah,
I think that's a cracker.
It's Unify.
Yeah,
the token's called Unify.
Unify.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Unfi. Okay. Perp is on the list because guess what? It looks exactly the same, right? It did a wedge, it broke. It's building a wedge. Hopefully, it's going to break again. again, these structures are all very, very similar to each other. And then, of course, there's Tomo. I've moved way out to the higher time frame because it seems to be the structures are moving away from the shorter time frames to the higher. So it bounced exactly, and I was asleep for that, but it literally bounced right off the 618 right there. I mean, talk about science. It's just
so my Tomo short is still green. Where are you with your stop? Yeah, we took it yesterday. So
yeah. I got out.
Okay. Thanks for telling me.
I was asleep.
You can always rely on your teammates. Eh?
Oh God! There's no rest for the wicked.
Okay, cool. So look, it's still green. So what am I doing with it now, Bruce? Am I leaving it or am I closing it?
No, I mean, here's the thing, and again, you got to decide this yourself. This is a really strong resistance area right there, right? So
yeah.
I don't know what it's going to do because it's kind of been a little elusive to me, but I sure wouldn't be surprised if it bounces off here again, at which point I would close it. Because that's the 618-ish area. It's that trend line it's respecting. Eventually, I got fooled yesterday because I honestly thought that it was going to, when it broke up over here, I thought it was going to retest and continue up. It just faked out through that, came back into range. But this to me is get too much conflict, right? You got bullish pressure from below, but then you got the bearish pressure from all the liquidity that's sitting up there. So at the moment, personally, I'm just going to let the bulls and the bears fight it out and see who wins. So if the bears win, then it will lose this area and Dylan will end up with a really profitable trade and it'll come back and stay in range. That would be lovely. If the bulls win, it'll break above that support level, retest it, and then we'll be into that range. But from this point, I'm not going to enter anything new until it shows what its colors are. And right now, I don't know. So I would be Dylan right now. I'd be 50-50 on your short. I wouldn't know what to do yet.
Okay, look, I'll leave it as is for now. But I quite like this UN5 pick. Can you show me that one again? Your TA, because
really
if
cool.
It's tying in with Simon's indicator stuff, and it's tying in with our TA, I think we need to take this thing.
I marked this out. I marked this out classically, but then when I was talking to Cy before the show, I brought up the indicator and Simon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm about 15% up on this trade.
If you can see my
screen, really?
Yeah. This is classic.
Okay. So basically, very simply, we got that short signal at the top, which is the trade that I gave yesterday on Discord. We broke back down through that, and obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious. That was a 20% move or 18% move, I think it was. Can you just measure that, Bruce? What was that? What was those red candles?
It was. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, it was from the break right over there down to here was 19.6.
Right.
It's beautiful.
But now take a look down the bottom now at the RSI on the oscillator. Can you see that? That's literally.
You want the other oscillator?
Either one's fine. Yeah, you can put the matrix on, of course.
Okay, hang on 1 sec.
And just while you're doing this, Dylan, as soon as Bruce is done, I've got 2 minutes and I want to give you guys another trade or something else I'm looking at.
I got the oscillator.
Okay.
Okay, so with the oscillator, let me just zoom in real quick on what Bruce has brought up. Yeah, so look at that. You've got a lovely green spot down the bottom, which is essentially a buy signal. Yeah. You have hit the green cloud on the main indicator, which would indicate a reversal. We've not had a TP from the previous short that I can see, but it's very small on my screen. But it doesn't always come. And what I would expect to see quite soon will be a green buy signal, and that's just basically a 20% move.
The 15-minute, we printed it.
And that is coming. That will come on the larger time frames as they tick over. So you can expect, hopefully, that there might be another 15 to 20% move back up there. And if you're on a 5x, that's 100%.
Yeah.
So that's the we caught the short on Discord, and everyone made money that jumped in, and now we're going to catch the long.
Yep, I love that. I love that.
It's a nice tight
Okay,
stop loss.
I'm longing this thing. thing.
Yeah.
If the long doesn't work out, it's Bruce's fault. If it does, it's all it's down to me.
If it does, you take the
It's all
glory.
me.
As bad as my fault.
Yeah. If it goes bad, it's
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drop a screenshot. I'm just gonna drop a screenshot in chat.
So if we all taking this trade, I think, can you just clearly define your stop areas so everybody here understands where we will be exiting if we are proven wrong?
Bruce, are you able to do that? I'm on the smallest screen in the whole world. Sorry.
Yeah. I've got mine. I've got about a 3% stop on mine, which is really weird because I never do that. But I left it long so much that I'm risking it. So I've got my stop at 8.43.
Right.
This is way bigger than a normal stop for me. But
the only thing is I'm already 10% up on this trade. So
yeah, you got out on the wick down here.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting for it. I was writing the short down. I was waiting for that, which is why I jumped in.
Typical, you wait till the thing's already left the station before telling us about it.
Rubbish.
Okay.
They're all late. I told you about it.
You need to tell us early. Okay, so guys, I mean, there's a couple of people unsure about the trade. Obviously, this is trader life. There's certain tools we use when we're setting something up to give us confirmation to be long or short. And Simon's indicator is talking to him, and we've done some basic science work here with our trends and fibs and things like that, and risk reward play, and it looks like a decent setup to us. And the stop is okay, and there's big reward. So you make your own choices there. Yeah.
One of the reasons I'm comfortable with this is the wiki lows are, and you can tell it's eating up the liquidity that's down here. Because it's low, higher, low. Each of these wicks is each getting higher, so that to me is a confirmation that it's probably moving in the right direction. These lows are getting stabilized.
If you take a 5x, there's probably still 80% there. If it goes back to where we think it's going to go, it's still a big trade. It's still a big trade.
There's a guy that I see in the chat sometimes, guys, Greg Harriman. He's always posting these like banger P&Ls and things like that. Greg, what's going on here? Are you a bit of a degen? How are you getting all these trades? Let us know what's happening. And do you want to talk to us, Greg? If you want to talk to us, let us know.
Yeah, let me stop and take over.
Dylan, just really quickly, I've dropped a Nakamoto Games chart in the chat. I've got to go in about 2 minutes. It's a very basic one. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 or 7 messages up. Can you see that?
Yes, I've got it.
Okay, cool. So all it is just another flag scenario. I've got an alarm set on the upper green trend line. I'm essentially waiting for either a break or a rejection, and then that'll be my next trade. I'll be posting something on Discord about that.
Okay, got you. Thank you. Well, that was good work.
Yeah,
the people have trades. There's setups, guys, and remember, sometimes we're wrong. A lot of the time we're wrong. That's why we practice risk management, and that's how it works, guys. So take the trade if you want. Don't trade it. Trade against us if you want. See how that goes. But it's part of the game. So don't feel that you have to win every trade. Sometimes we lose 2 or 3 in a row, and then we hit a big one. So this is what we do every day. We're hunting. Here comes Greg again. He's short. No, he's long. 49%. Greg, you can't show off like this without coming on stage and talking to us. I want to know. I want to know what you're doing there, Greg. Let us know. Okay. While Greg decides, let's look at 1 or 2 more from the audience, and then I think we can wrap it up, guys. Let's drop in what you want us to look at. Carver, yes. Let's take a look at Carver. Where's Greg? Is he here?
Just raise your hand if you want.
Come on. Yeah, come on, Greg. Come and join us.
Look, if he wants to. Greg says pure luck on the 1 minute. Eh? You can't back out now, Greg. Greg,
Come on, Greg.
Greg.
Come on, Greg.
Greg.
Hey,
come on, Greg.
Hey, come on, be nice, guys.
You guys hear me or no?
There we
He
go.
is.
Hey, buddy.
There he is. Greg.
Excellent.
Greg, welcome.
Hey.
Welcome. Talk to us.
How's it going?
What's going on here, Greg? What are you trading? What's happening here?
Just doing the 1 minute. It actually came from you guys to say go in and do the 1 minute with like $5 and then $10 and then like I just have found kind of a niche, and it's just again, you might get 50%, but you're getting 50% on the $10, but you're practicing.
Yep.
And so you guys say it all the time: practice, practice, practice. And so like I took a little vacation, and all I've done is just pound away at these 1 minute ones. And then when I back out, it seems like the world moves slow.
Yes.
It gets addictive.
I don't know if that helps or not.
Yeah, look, I must say, I used to trade the short time frame stuff, like small stuff. Also, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, I was there. I was in the mix. But it wears you down eventually. And sometimes you find yourself taking like 20 trades in a day. And if you have a bad run, you feel so useless. If you have 10 bad trades and you're like, yes. So for me, I started just moving back and spending more time on the 4 hour stuff, daily stuff, and not stressing too much. But like as far as trading is concerned and what you're doing, I mean, it's brilliant. You're learning a hell of a lot there fast. It's like fast track stuff there. So
well, and again, this comes from you guys. So I can't thank you guys enough. It's exciting to do, but it's also exciting to sit back and go like, I now like each time I take $1 of it or $2 and I just buy Bitcoin. And in the long run, that's going to be the answer, right?
But that's what we always say, take your profits, and whether you're buying something out there in the real world or you're buying more magic internet money somewhere else, just move it into a safer investment or whatever. But brilliant, man. And yeah, what a way to learn is you fast track. You're seeing all these setups, you're seeing all these shapes, you'll see these fibs trade the same, even on 1 minute, 5 minutes, that sort of stuff. And you fast track your learning. I mean, it's brilliant. You got to actually get that screen time. That is the only way to do
Absolutely.
It's the only way. Before I was like looking at it, what I call not pronouncing it, where I would just go, hey, I'll do some trades when I feel like it. You can't. You got to be disciplined to do it. And then once you're disciplined, you say, I'm only going to do it for this is what I do. I only do it for X amount of time, and then I get out. I trade while you guys were doing stuff. You guys were talking about perp. I jumped on, looked at it, saw where the chart was in the 1 minute, and took a trade. And as you saw, it was 50+%.
Awesome.
And that's thanks to Bruce, right? I mean, I didn't even do anything special in my mind. Bruce is like, hey, if you want to look at this, do this.
That's so good, man.
Oh, good.
Guys, I'm so happy to hear that you guys are getting value out of this. It's we put a lot of effort into this for you guys, and it's nice to share our world with you. So yeah,
Greg,
well done, man. It's really great. Well done.
Hey, Greg,
I really
are you
enjoy
active
the morning
in the
to
school
see it.
Discord?
Say that
Are
again.
you active on the school Discord?
Me, no.
No, Greg.
Oh, Greg.
I what?
On Discord, are you active over there?
Yeah, it's under Crypto Grenadier.
Oh, wait, say again.
Crypto Grenadier.
Okay, do me a favor. Could you just send
I'll send
tag
you
me in a
something.
message somewhere, because I'd love to connect with you. I love your attitude. You set a great example for people, and I'd just like to connect.
Me too.
Just so everyone knows, the 1 minute is dangerous in perp. If you were at a short, you would have been totally washed out, and you would have been like so angry at yourself. It turns out that didn't happen to me, but like I was sitting there watching it, I wasn't in the long, but I wasn't in the short. Whoever was in the short got hosed.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thanks, brother. It's
Okay,
so good.
well done.
Thanks, guys.
Well done, Greg. Good to chat. Okay, I'm loading up some more charts here for some of the crowd there. We got BLZ and WLD. Greg, well done, man. That's really cool.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Okay, so this is WLD. I've done a little quick 1 hour look at this thing. I've got a 786. I pulled a fib from Let me.
Is that
I
wild?
pulled the fib from WLD. I pulled
Okay.
the fib from there, from that low to the high. I just wanted to test what we had there. We had a 786 over there. We've got a trend moving up here slowly. So possibly some more downside to the trend, but it's not a bad looking region here, this little zone. So it's something to look at. As far as stocks are concerned, the 1 hour is turning up. If you take a look down there. And let's see, let's look at the order blocks. We don't really have anything on the 1 hour. 15 minutes missing. Simon, if you're there, you're welcome to take a look on the indicator stuff and let us know what you're seeing there, but it looks okay to me. Is Simon still around?
I think we lost him, but I'll look.
Okay, so well, let's pull up his magic wizardry thing. Okay, so it's midway on the 1 hour. She says a hell of a lot of red there still, but we've got the first X. Okay, so that's something to note as well. But he'll explain this better. But as far as things go with what I'm looking at, we've got a rising trend. We've got a 786. It's a zone of interest that is getting some support here.
Yeah.
There is another area down here that we can look at. Okay, that sort of region there. In fact, I wonder if that ties in with the fib over here. Look at that. Okay, so now it's starting to look more interesting. Okay, so now we've got horizontals and we've got that fib there. Okay, so there's another area of interest. Okay. I'd probably safest play here, wait for a move lower or play this trend. I'd say that's your best play. Yeah. So play this trend over here. So look for, if this trend breaks, then you can maybe get onto the bus. But I prefer this 1.1 for me. You can see why there. It actually makes more sense down here for me. You can see these areas here. Okay, cool. BLZ.
Oh yeah.
Channel. I think there was an order block here as well. Let's take a look at these order blocks. Yeah, so there's a 4 hour. It's a 10% order block.
Yeah.
And then we've got a 33% down here at 0.1. And then there is something going on in the middle there.
Yeah, there's a lot in the middle. There's a bunch on the lower time frames.
Yeah, so it's going to get into a fight on the way down. There's definitely action. Preferred areas. Yeah, I like that. Sort of like that. And then I prefer this one. We got a big order block here on the 4 hour down in that region.
Yeah.
So yeah, 0.1 is my best area, but this is a channel that we can play with. So I know Bruce likes his channels.
Yep.
This could work. Okay, so if we do get that channel move, you're just looking for a move to the channel highs.
You're also looking at 786 fib right there too.
What do we got from here?
Yeah. I drew from the last big. What time frame you on? Here on the 4 hour.
This is 4 hour.
From the 20th from September 2nd, that low to the last big high.
So we're in a different time zone, but I'm guessing that is the
yeah.
So that does make sense. I'm a few hours probably out on my trading view.
Right.
I think should be, but it's the same low. So yeah, 786 and trend, and there's an order block there. So not the worst, definitely not the worst. 42% move. Yeah. Let's look at other areas of interest if it bounces. if it does bounce and starts hitting these zones, I would start offloading.
Mm-hmm.
Don't assume it's going to ride to the top every time. Okay, but not bad. Yeah, nice. Okay, so your first sort of TP would be 0.14 if it starts moving off this area, and your stops.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I wouldn't stick around much below this order block here, this 0.12 region. I wouldn't really hang around much lower than that, unless you spot. You can maybe then look for a bounce at the next order block, but it starts getting quite deep. And then this is the big one here, 0.1. So yeah, more 0.12, that sort of region. I'd start looking to exit if I was long there. Okay, what else we got here? MDT. What is MDT? And veracity. Nice. Okay. Let's do MDT and veracity. Oh, Rodolfo wants to know how to set alarms in the Discord, how to get his alarms. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of this. It's a lot of you guys aren't getting it. Let me just look at my Discord here. Let me see if I'll be able to show you. Your notification settings need to be on. So yeah, so under Crypto Banter Hub notification settings, you need to have it on all messages or something along those lines. And then, okay, guys, I'm going to have to get you a proper instruction here. Under show all channels, no, we've got that. Okay, guys, I must maybe get Josh involved. He can come in and show you guys and give you an actual run through. But it is there in the settings. You gotta look around. It will be under like channel settings or one of those things. You're gonna find it there. And Danny says you can just Google it, dude. No, who was that? Chartazan said that. Okay, well, yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe you can Google it. Okay, LPT. There is a vid by Josh in the Discord. Okay, thanks. Habitat. There's a video from Josh who runs the Discord. He's put it in the Discord. So please go have a look there and he should show you what's going on. And Mike said that. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Okay, MDT and LPT. Bruce, maybe grab one more out there if you see anything. And then I think we should wrap it up, guys. I think we had a few decent setups there.
What is that? Radix, I don't know what that is. XRD, LPT is a good one.
Yeah, I've got LPT coming. I'm gonna bring that up now.
Okay,
okay, so right now I'm just looking for support areas on MDT. So I'm looking on the 4 hour here. I want to look for possible bounce areas. I want to see, for example, if I get a fib to tie in with this 200-day MA. Okay, so not quite. Would have got quite excited there. Okay, so slightly lower. So we got the 618, we got the 200-day. So we like to see these alts hold the 200-day. Last time it broke up and it failed. Okay, so let's see what we get here. This is probably a nice area to test if for a buy. So 0.505 down to that 618 at 0.049. It's probably not a bad zone if this thing's going to stay bullish. And then the exit is quite easy. The exit will be just under the 618. And if you want to hold longer, you've got this support down here, which ties in with a 50-day MA. So there's the 50-day MA, and you've got that support over there. Probably got some kind of trend going on as well. Okay, not much trend action. Okay, so yeah, support buys 382, 618, and then your horizontal here 0.045.
Yeah. That's gonna be a bit.
Okay.
Could you do a favor? I've got a friend who's asking about veracity. She's addicted to it. Could you pull up veracity?
Addicted to veracity.
Addict-
Okay,
it's
cool. Let's
addicted.
do
I think it's an addiction. I'm not sure.
it. Okay, we're gonna look. We're gonna look. Okay, so what did we have here on LPT? We were looking at this the other day. I think Mike was saying something in the comments about LPT, wasn't he? Okay, what's going on here? It had a fake out of that flag.
Yeah.
Let's pull a trend from here. Let's see. Okay, so we've actually lost that trend. That doesn't look
Right,
great.
yeah.
It's not a good look.
Mhm.
We've got a 618 a little bit lower.
Yeah.
So this is horizontal support, but it's not really
Yeah.
doing much for me. Then we got the 618 lower there. And we do have this golden cross, the 50-day crossing above the 200-day. It's normally a nice sign. Yeah, so for me, look, the trend has been lost. So anything that you push up, I would expect some kind of rejection or resistance in that area. And then maybe a little move lower could play out. Yeah, we've already had one fake out up there. Okay, so let's look at veracity. Now, how is she trading veracity? It doesn't look like it's doing much. It's just cruising in this level here. Look at this. Is she long, short? What is she doing, Bruce?
I
What's
don't know.
the plan there?
Actually. I do not know.
I remember this thing used to pump like
Yeah.
properly out of
But
nowhere.
it's really
Not
getting
saying it won't.
consolidating right down there. But
Okay, so you
and
can
it's
see
really
very
at
tight
horizontal
support.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
support there.
Very tight support. Okay, but it's also, the longer that support sits, the more the guys are longing. Okay, there's longs. We know there's stops there. So don't be surprised if they come and flush you first, and then we send it. Look at this wick here. Okay, look at that wick. So just if you guys are longing after this much consolidation and you have tight stops under these areas, just remember there's a lot of people doing the same thing. And they know that where your stops are. Okay. So you either have a loose stop or you low leverage or whatever the story is, because expect a flush out both ways. I mean, the same with the bears, they know there's stops over there. Okay, so yeah, support, yes, support I like. It's a support area, but the longer we sit on these regions, then the more stops build up, and it's generally weighted in favor of longs. So they might just come and smash you first.
She just sent me a message. What she's doing is she's setting limit orders down where those wicks are to catch short longs.
Nice.
Yep. Quick little ins and outs. Catch a wick, pump it up.
Just protect yourself on that limit order if you're asleep, for example, and it decides to take you down and really take you to dark places. Like 0038. you could be sweating a bit. Okay, so Bruce, do you want to do another one, and then I think we can wrap it up?
I'm okay. What do we got? I'm game for anything. What
grab something there out of the chat.
Yeah, pick a token, any token. Gala.
Gala is long off this major support. It's a weekly support, I think. It's a big area. I like it. I think Chris is long, David's long, a lot of us are long.
Yeah, it's no, it's obvious. I mean, I haven't even marked it up, and I can see it. ULX Ultron, is that it? Yeah, well, that's Delta. What? Okay. Dylan, do you have ULX up there?
Oh, you want me to pull it up? I thought you were gonna.
Oh, I'll
you
do
were
it.
gonna.
I don't care.
You were
I don't
gonna
care.
Brucify
Yeah,
it.
I was just.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'll do it. I was just laughing because it's funny. All right, hang on. ULX on the 4 hour. Sure. What is this?
Ultron. Never heard of. Never heard of her. I don't know what this is.
I mean, it's new. This, it just got baked yesterday. Maybe there's something there. Maybe. Yeah, I have no clue. I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Well, actually, take that back. If there seems to be some kind of support down over here, we've got assuming that it would do that. We need hold on, let's see the big picture. Big picture. That doesn't do us any good.
Look, it's got that horizontal and trend sort of gelling.
Yeah.
If you can find
That's
the
what I
fib tie in
got.
there, you might be all right.
Assuming nothing else makes sense, but assuming that those trends in the horizontal with basically no data hold true, if it comes back to that area right there, you could potentially take a long. I mean, how big are these moves? Talking about, we're talking about 20%. So that's,
Yeah, and this is 4 hours.
It's kind of hard to say.
Yeah. I like that though. I like a pull back to that horizontal and trend. It makes sense. It's nice.
Yeah. The only thing about it is I don't know what the volume on this is, but it clearly is a brand new token without much history. And usually that means that the people that are buying and selling this thing are looking to find some kind of equilibrium somewhere, which is why you get stuff like this, right? When I see stuff like this, that's like, yeah, there's not much volume. And so one order by Bubba at the bar can spike it way up like that. And I don't like Bubba at the bar being responsible.
Bubba at the bar.
Yeah. I mean, Bubba says they're going to throw 50 cents at it on a low cap token. They can manipulate the price. So, yeah, that's anyway.
Okay, cool. But I mean, I like that support retest there. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, technically, TA wise, that's logical, reasonable.
Yeah.
If you're into that. So.
Okay, guys, we can go on for ages. I mean, I saw someone talking about API 3 in the chat. Yeah, I've tracked the trend on the 4 hour, even on the 1 hour API 3. So you can track a 1 hour trend. It looks like it has 50-day horizontal support. It might have, there might be some fib action in there too. So that is also something to watch. But guys, yeah, we're gonna duck. Thanks everybody. Have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Be safe out there. Don't overtrade. Just trade a little bit.
Yep.
Not too much. Okay.
Have some
everybody.
fun. Enjoy, everyone. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.